Gage W. Adams here with GACTradingPro.com. We are talking about trading today. Trading involves risk. Make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. Welcome back. All right. We are ready to get after this here. So it looks like we are all set. I got to get my strategy, my ATM strategy set up. I think that was one of the issues I had yesterday. I fixed it. It still didn't go my way, so it doesn't really matter. But, all right, here we go. Looks like we are trending up. I'm going to refrain from taking this top right here, because I think we're solidly in an upward trend. Trend is your friend. I've been going through, I just finished Trading in the Zone audiobook today. If you haven't read it or listened to it by Douglas, jeez, Mark Douglas. I wanted to say Michael Douglas. Mark Douglas is the author, and anybody I know who has ever traded successfully refers to it as the Trading Bible. So if you haven't read it, read it, or get the audiobook or whatever. It's huge. It is absolutely huge. So, well, we are in an upward trend. I don't like that pullback so much, but let's see what we got going on here. I don't think I want to go past the high to hit a profit target. Although, if we come on back in. So, yeah, looking at the day so far, I think it's been a pretty consistent upward trend. We had a little bit of a retrace, but nothing significant, and then we're kind of, I don't want to say choppy here, but we're kind of in a slow rise. I think that we've clearly got a bit of resistance here that it looks like is going to break, but I don't think I want. Well, I know I don't want new territory for a low risk entry trade. So if it retraces back down here into the orange marker here, or the green, the two zones here, I think that makes for a good opportunity for a move. Let's see, it's struggling here at the high, which, shocker. Oh, you know what? Let's make sure that these babies are printing. Well, that's interesting. I'm not seeing them on here, and in theory, oh, well, okay, there's the, dang. So, where are my dynamic magnets? No dynamic magnets. Well, let's go back to dynamic magnets. Refresh again. No dynamic magnets. I don't know what to tell you. We really didn't struggle past that pivot point, or it looks like we're having a little bit of a hesitation on that deviation level at 0.5. Alright, so let's make this a little stronger. 71, so if we get down to 73, oh, for crying out loud.
Order submitted.
Again, well, and that's the thing. I kind of jumped the gun here. I think there's a good profit potential. There we go. Using the trackball again. There we go. Probably should have looked at where my targets were at that point. I think my fill was right about where I wanted it to be. But we are operating with some major hesitation here. Oh God, what happened to those days when you're out of a trade in 10 seconds or less? Well, this trade is definitely struggling. I don't like it. There we go.
Order filled.
There we go. Okay. That was painful and slow, but that was a nice $100 profit. Yeah, well. Like 3 minutes-ish. Yeah. Alrighty then. I mean, there is a. I mean, there's a pretty clear trend going on here. So, I just need. I need room. Is absolutely struggling with this high, but I think it's safe to say that that struggle tends to release itself upon clearing it. It's not officially, there we go. I say it's not officially an uptrend on the simplicity chart. I mean, we're clearly in an uptrend, but up entry, I guess, is the right verbiage. keep getting bit by the retraces. I mean, this is not... Well, I mean, there's a fair amount of force. It's just not a relative force. So, officially got the up entry again. But certainly not with a lot of gusto here. Ah, man.
Order submitted.
Close that
Order
one.
canceled.
That's going to take more of a retrace for that to be factored now. Okay, that
Order
became
canceled.
obsolete. Yeah. All right. Seriously. Wants to bust through this as well. And there's just not a lot of force in this yet. I think catching a high up here, getting a retrace down to here ish, maybe to that 80. Flip side is this is looking pretty divergent. No.
Order
I don't want
canceled.
to take it against the trend. Look, make your decisions, Gates. Make your decisions. Don't take it against the trend. $83.75. That's too high. There's just not enough. There's not enough margin there. If you give me the entry, I'll take the HD. But I see this being an HD trade. If it wants to fight its way back up. I don't have any barriers to entry other than this is telling me we're in a southbound move, or the presumption of a southbound move. So
Order submitted. Order filled.
okay. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Let's screenshot that. All right. If we get a double whammy divergence. It's not even, well. The R's going the other way, but I don't like the lack of force here. Lower highs, lower lows. Yeah, something's not quite printing right. Well, maybe that was that. I don't know. We got an 11 o'clock. Ah, shit. Okay, we got 11 o'clock news. ECB on the euro. All right, well. Medium impact. It's worth noting, worth being aware of. So we have the makings of a downward trend on the 10 tick. Simplicity says that we're in a downward trend. We could just be retracing on the 30 tick. Now, let's see what this brings. Not an area I want to take a trade. A lot of obstruction. So, yeah, not surprised we're going to have a little hesitation here. Yeah, there's not enough move there. Okay. So I see HD here. My target is still within. But it didn't want to give me an entry. Huh. And of course, simplicity now wants to say long again. Which the 30 tick is more consistent with. Whoa. Still need an entry signal. So let's see if it wants to call this a continued downtrend. Continuing with the lower highs. Let's see if the lower lows continue. Well, I can't believe. Oh, how close are we? 2 minutes. Now, I'm going to take those 2 minutes. I'm going to step away for a moment because I'm not taking a trade. Oops. Sorry about that. Slamming doors over here. Okay, what is the immediate reaction to news? Yeah, see, I don't know how some of these function because, I mean, he could be speaking for 30 minutes, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm not well versed in the news stuff. This is some chop that I don't necessarily want to be a part of, not to mention jumping in just past the deviation level. Yeah, that ETX, I like that ETX, but I don't think that was that ETX that was filtered. But we're on the heels of news. Everything is moving super slow. And I don't like that deviation level there. There just doesn't seem to be a whole lot of relative volume either direction right now. My expectation is we'll bounce again from here and just kind of confirm that chop. Do we have another bounce in store off of this one? Okay. Right there. The entry right there. I don't like that. But I kind of do. I like it, but I don't want it. I can like it all I want. But look at these three. I mean, it was worth liking, but sorry, I'm leaning off to the side over here because I'm watching my 10 tick screen, which is over this way. So there is nothing on the simplicity chart that screams use me. No, thank you. So I don't know. I think everybody's got a different philosophy on the matter, but as I was going through Trading in the Zone today, like I said, I just finished it up. So last chapter was really talking about, the value of scaling, scaling out of trades and, doing lots of 3 or 4 or whatever the case may be, which I could, of course, create out of micros. But I don't know. I mean, I don't have specific training on a strategy that trades that way. I mean, I could talk to Daryl, get some ideas, but I can 100% understand the value of doing 2 and taking the scalp off of 1, regardless of where I enter. That way I've got the same ATM on each one. And so scaling out of a scalp at my 9 tick, moving my stop to break even, and letting one ride. But that's guesswork. I could paper trade it. Let's see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe it's worth doing. But definitely in a paper trading scenario, paper trading environment. I'm not doing that on an evaluation or a funded account. Not until I've had a chance to test and play with it a little bit. That's where time comes into play. It's so hard to find the time to spend another couple hours testing a day or even an hour a day testing some trades. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see. It's a whole other set of statistics I've got to keep, and all of that mess. So my question here is, what direction do you ultimately want to go? I mean, I really think my range is the orange and red bars. The orange and red lines. The paw here and the pivot point here. Even though it hasn't exactly tested the boundaries. Give me a tail. No. No, I guess not. Tail or no tail. That relative volume is diminishing because there's a battle going on here. I guess. It's past it. It's only one magnet. It's not quite a double TX. It's not a no. No, this is a no. So, I'm thinking we're pretty close to done. Just, I don't want a 5-minute trade. I really don't. I mean, if we see a shift, but I don't think we're seeing a shift here. Not an obvious one coming up yet, anyway. All right. Well, I think I am going to call it. I think this is it for me. I'm happy with this $145 day. Didn't quite pull back up from yesterday, but that's okay. We made some headway. I think, 11 more days like this, and I'm past. So I'm good with this. I'm not seeing anything that's telling me, hey, you're going to be in a trade here in the next 15 minutes. I think we're still going to be in the same range in another 15 minutes. So that's about where I am going to let today land. So I appreciate y'all stopping by. Thank you for the support. And love you guys. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend. Friday, here we come. So I hope the weekend is fabulous for you. And I will see you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. God